Okay, so guys, football season's here. Are you excited, nervous, anxious? What's kind of going through? I'll start with you, Lane. What's kind of going through your mind?
I'm super excited for the first game. I'm ready for next Friday.
Yeah. What about for you, Jayden?
Same here. Pretty excited.
Kayden?
Yeah, I mean, big chip on our shoulder. I thought we could have done a lot better last year and didn't really pan out how we wanted it to. So I think all summer and in camp and stuff, we've all been going extra hard because we don't want that feeling again. So.
Gotcha. What's the focus been like early on here, Lane?
Just for like the young guys that didn't really have experience, just getting those mental reps and making sure they know what's going on the field. And I think just getting those younger guys getting ready for a game is the most important thing.
Have they been doing well with that?
Yeah, I think the kids that haven't played a varsity snap, they've really adapted, and I think they're ready for a game.
Jayden, you and Lane kind of anchor what Coach told me was a junior-dominated line. How would you assess how you guys are doing here?
I think we're doing pretty well. We're all learning our new assignments, stuff like that, getting adapted to our new teammates that are joining us on varsity, just kind of meshing together to form a pretty round team.
Kayden, what about the skill positions? Where are you guys at right now?
I mean, we look good. I mean, really. I mean, all summer, everyone's been on the jugs machine catching balls and stuff, and during practice, balls aren't being dropped like they were last year and stuff, and you know, we're getting good passes and a lot of good guys over here. So
you are breaking in a new quarterback, maybe two. We'll see what happens. How's that been?
I mean, going into it, you're kind of scared, right? Because you're so used to the senior leader quarterback, you know. But I think both of them have really stepped up and just been not only good quarterbacks, but good leaders too, and telling the guys what they want and just really stepping up. So,
speaking of that, do you guys feel a little different in different roles as leaders maybe this year?
A little bit. I feel like more kids look up to you, and I feel like you got to set a good example for those kids below you, and the mentality you bring to the field, those kids that follow you will too.
All right, let's have a little bit of fun. Favorite place to play besides at home? Can't be at home. Whether it's you had your best game there, you like the road trip, it's a great atmosphere. Where do you think?
I got two. Okay, so I loved Introna last year, even though we lost. I mean, the environment was crazy.
Okay.
The band and everything, and then Sheridan's just so pretty, you know, with like the mountains and stuff up there. So I like both of those places.
So Kayden's got two. Jayden, what do you got?
I'm thinking Cheyenne East.
You like that kind of bowl situation there?
Yeah, that's sick.
All right, what about you, Lane?
Natrona. Our playoff game, even though we lost last year, Natrona is probably the funnest game I think I played last year, for sure.
What about the place you dread playing at?
Rock Springs.
Just because the bus ride?
And then, yeah, I don't know. It's just not very fun.
Probably say Rock Springs too.
Yeah.
You know, I don't like playing at Kelly Walsh at all. I don't.
Is it the grass field?
It's the grass field. It's just the green. I don't like it up there.
Obviously, I know you guys really want to beat Campbell County, your crosstown rival, which you haven't lost to yet. But is there another team that you really love to beat?
I mean, Natrona for me. I mean, when we're breaking up on DBs and stuff, it's always beat Natrona, and so that's our thing.
I think Sheridan. We definitely need to beat Sheridan.
Okay, Lane?
One of those two, for sure.
Okay. What's the best part about bus trips? Jayden?
I would say just like it's more bonding than we do like out here on the field. Like we're not in pads or anything, so it's more like we learn about our teammates out of football lives.
Okay.
So it's kind of helping us bond more.
I gotcha. What do you dread about bus trips, Kayden?
Oh, it's just sometimes you can't sleep. You know, you get back after, and it's hard to sleep. You know, especially for some of those taller guys, you can't sit in the seats right. So
I heard some big guys cramp up. Do you guys ever cramp up on the bus a little bit?
A little bit sometimes.
A little bit sometimes?
Yeah.
All right. Let's see. Favorite type pregame meal or pregame ritual? Lane, what do you got? Is there anything you do? Have to eat?
I don't know. Strawberry Gatorade.
Okay.
I think strawberry Gatorade for sure.
High chews and blue Gatorade.
What was high chews?
Yeah, high
Okay,
chews.
all right, I don't know what that is.
So before every game, before football and basketball, it's a little strawberry Gatorade thing, and a Mike and Ike.
Mike and Ike.
Candy.
All right. What's one thing you guys feel you got to get done to get you ready for the season, Lane?
I'm not sure. I think we just need to play every game like it's our biggest game of the year.
Okay.
Like even though we're going out our first game, we're a new team. Everyone's a new team this year, so just go out and play that first game like you know you can, and build off that as the year goes on.
Guys, thanks so much for the time. Best luck this year.
Thank you.
Appreciate you, man.
Trent, we're getting towards the end of week 2 in fall camp. How would you assess how things are going on for the Bolts right now?
I think we've had a really good couple of weeks of practice. We started strong. The heat's been a big thing, but the kids have really battled through that. We've cut a few practices short just because of that, taking out some stuff. But they've responded well. We've got a really good work ethic. The character of these kids they're just doing exactly what we ask of them. So at this point, I think we're exactly where we need to be.
Has there been a big focus here early on that you wanted to kind of stress to your team this year?
It's just for us, the early season stuff is so much character, just building that team that understand playing for each other, playing for the guy next to you, and it's not really about you anymore. It's about what we're trying to do as a program. So we really do a lot of things there. We're replacing a quarterback. We've only had 2 starting quarterbacks in our history, so that's obviously been a huge focal point for this team. And so every day we're just trying to look for a little bit of growth and be better than we were yesterday.
You've been one of those teams that's been in contention in 4A the last several seasons. How do you keep your team there, do you think, here in 2022?
Well, I think we just got to work hard, and we have to play every game. We have to play our best game every Friday night. We move on from every day to the next day, and every play to the next play. And so, there's a lot of good football teams in 4A football, and we just have to go out. And it seems like, when we play, we seem to get everybody's best game, which is awesome because we want to do the same for them. So, we just have to go out. We have to keep our minds right, keep our bodies right, and just go out there and play Thunder Basin football, which, up to this point has been a lot of fun.
Since you do have some guys to replace, but you've been here a while now, players understand the expectations, the level that you want to practice at, play at?
They do. And we talk about all the time, the best is our standard. We don't jog on the field, we don't walk on the field, we don't be disrespectful to teachers, we don't be disrespectful to our opponents. Those are the things that we've instilled from day one, and so every year those kids know that. And obviously, these first 2 weeks of practice, it's something that we really work on again, just because we want to make sure that they understand those things. But as far as the on-the-field stuff, I think they've been coached well enough by our staff that they know what the situations, they know what they're supposed to do. They're comfortable when we put them in. When guys leave, we have guys that step in, and it's always our goal is never to rebuild, but just to reload.
You mentioned the quarterback spot, and obviously that's key to your offense. So how do you get guys to kind of step up into that role, considering what you've had between Mason and Ryan in the past?
Well, it's when they're young, they learn. They go to all the varsity quarterback meetings when starting as freshmen, so they've learned from our quarterbacks coach. So when it's their time, hopefully that they've really taken all that information in. The 2 guys that we have, Alonso Aguilar will be a junior, Kayden Catlin will be a sophomore. Those 2 guys, Alonso missed most of the season last year with an injury, and Court obviously is a freshman, hadn't played varsity football. So the speed of the game right now is really fast for them. But I think from day one until now, they've really made a lot of improvements. And each one has their strengths. And so, at this point, it's just get out there and show the coaches that they can handle the offense and do what they're supposed to do.
Do you feel you've got some core guys to at least build around and kind of understand that process of what it takes for a Friday night?
Oh, I think so. I mean, we graduated 15, so that's not a huge senior class for us. But a lot of those kids were 2-way starters and did a lot for our program. But we've got some horses here. We've got some dudes that can get out there and play. Our offensive line is going to be junior-led, but they're really good juniors. Our linebacking core is all seniors, and so that's, we have some receivers that got quite a bit of varsity experience last year, Kayden LaFramboise and Colton Vetter. And so, we have some guys, even though they maybe weren't starters, they still got some really valuable experience last year. So I think our, people see us as a team that lost a lot, but we lost a lot the year before and lost a lot the year before that. But so again, we're just trying to rebuild reload and just help this thing get on its way.
What are your thoughts early on about 4A football here as we get ready to start about a week from now?
Well, there's some very good football players and some good teams. It's always my belief that the defending state champions always the favorite. So obviously Sheridan, with what they did last year with their run game, and just you're gonna have to stop Colson Kuhn and what they do with him, and East has athletes all over the place, and Natrona just has numbers, and they've got a really good quarterback there. So I mean, there's a lot of really good players, which makes really good teams, and so I just think it's going to be battle every single night, which is what you want. You don't want to go in there thinking, man, we're either going to win or we're going to lose. You want to go in there with the idea that it's going to be a great game, and you never know what's going to happen at the end.
For you specifically, what are a couple things you feel like you still have to accomplish to get you ready for game one?
Well, I think, like we talked about with the quarterback, we got to get some, we've still got to bring those two guys along to get them where they need to be. Defensively, I think we're really good up front. Our defensive backfield's probably the spot that's a little bit inexperienced. We got some guys, we got some seniors back there, but they just got to get more reps. And so every day it's, running Skelly and running team. They just have to start understanding things and maybe seeing things quicker. And then just gelling as a team, just coming together and understand who they are and who we are.
Trent, thank you for the time. Best of luck here in 2022.
Absolutely. Thank you very much.